There are many levels above where we operate. The ancient Hawaiian tradition, among several, give us all sorts of abilities to achieve. And this is mirrored more modernly by the studies Silva did from the 50s up through his death and continued by his students. Now this is all based on principles such as the law of attraction and Huna's 4 levels of reality. As you study the law of attraction and those who wrote about it, such as Atkinson, Hill, and others, you can see that all sorts of before unseen and unknown abilities can be discovered and attracted into your life, such as 1. Remote viewing. You can know what happens at distant locations from where you are. Most of us think we are only stuck to this meat body we've been nurturing along all these years. But one of the key principles of Huna is that there are no limits. We are all connected. This is a holistic view of interpreting this world and our immediate and longer-range environment. There are many Amerindian traditions of shamans being able to know things happening a long way from where they were. Modern CIA experimentation was able to utilize people who had honed this talent to work on finding lost agents or peer into other nations' defenses. 2. Shape-shifting. Traditions hold that shamans were able to assume the shape of any animal or plant to gain information. However, this is a more common ability than generally thought. Ever sat in your car and something didn't feel right? And then you found something was out of order, or someone had changed something in or about that car. Generally, this is because you tend to extend yourself into your car, or whatever you drive, in order to operate it. Similarly, you can know something is different about your pet. It takes familiarity. Old farmers, from long lines of farmers, who had raised years and years of crops could, intuitively, know what was needed by a certain crop that year, and whether they could do anything right now, or what to do if they didn't get that rain, etc. Familiarity and intuition are linked, but certain people with telesensory talents might be able to get data others were missing. Dowsers fall into this category. 3. Lucid dreaming. The fact, as posited by Serge King and observed by many, is that we dream constantly. Just put your mind in idle and you start to see this. It's called daydreaming by some. When we sleep at night, we are really surrendering to this dreaming completely. Some think they don't dream, but if you lay still on waking and try to remember what you were just thinking about, you'll find some interesting dreams you'd been having. In lucid dreaming, you can exert some control over what you are dreaming, in that dream world you inhabit for that little while. Some explanation for dreaming is found in Huna as one of the 4 levels of reality as symbolic. Things can stand for other things. So when you change something in a dream, it will affect its opposite thing in the real world we live in. This one has texts written about it and it's worth exploring by everyone. 4. Trusted communication. Silva got this down to a fine art. Atkinson also talked about this in his books, as well as Bristol. As we are all connected, we can influence others around us, within the limits of treating them as we would like to be treated. The golden rule is inexorable. You can't fudge on this one. But you can work at communicating to people so that they receive your thoughts accurately and know what you intend and what you would like them to do for you. This works great in sales, by report. But only if you are offering an ethical product which will factually improve their lives. Disaster looms for people who are selling fake snake oil. History proves this over and over. There are many more advanced abilities people can discover. If you check out Silva Ultramind, you can see a great deal of these being developed for practical use. But study the classics and older religious texts and legends, you'll see how these advanced abilities were not unknown in and around us, on every continent. You may also see how various sects abused these abilities, and other sects discriminated against anyone trying to learn these. Like how modern science discriminates against religion in general. But you can also see that no one school has all the teachers, as Huna goes. Have fun with this. Feel good.